Hey, folks, we hope you are having a great day wherever you're at out there today. This is John Lee with Crowley Realtors here in Johnson City, Tennessee. This is our first live event. We have done some events in the past and done some videos in the past, but now we're going to start coming to you live and showing things live and talking to you live about the real estate market in the Tri Cities area, about some other things that I get questions about a lot of times as far as goes in the real estate world. We want to answer those for you, give an opportunity to talk about them, ask questions. If you have any questions you would like to ask, we're happy to answer those for you as well. You can put those in the chat on Facebook. You can text us at 423-773-8687, or you can even send us an email at johnfindshomesforyou@gmail.com. So, as always, and what we'll do with every show that we ever do, is we will finish the show up talking about the local market. So I'll talk about the market in Johnson City, Bristol, and Kingsport. Give you the breakdown on where we're at with those today. We'll also take a look at some interest rates and talk about where we're at with some interest rates right now, because I know that's a big thing that is on new home buyers' minds right now. And we want to give you an opportunity to ask any questions on that you have, or help you in any way that we possibly can. So, with that being said, again, this is our first show. Thank you for joining. If you're joining us, if you're not joining us on the show live and you're watching the show back, you can contact us again via posting here or the phone number and email address that we give you, and we'll go over that multiple times throughout the show. Today's show, what we're going to talk about is a good real estate agent, because a lot of times I have people ask me, "Hey, what should I be looking for in a realtor? What is a realtor going to do to help me out? How can they help me out?" So, with that being said, we'll talk about the nine good steps that Forbes brought out that a good real estate agent should do for you, and I'll also kind of give you my thoughts and what I do with my clients. If you're another agent, feel free to chime in and talk about things that you do as well, or things that you believe on this as well. So let's jump right in. Be available to you. One of the biggest issues that I hear a lot of times as I'm starting with new folks or working with new folks in the areas. I called this agent 4 or 5 times to look at this house, and I couldn't get them to give me a call back. I texted and I left emails, and they wouldn't call me back. In my opinion, a good agent is going to be available to you. I tell my agents, I tell 'em- I'm sorry, I tell my clients all the time, "Hey, I work for you. Don't hesitate to give me a call. Don't hesitate to text message me. Don't hesitate to email me. The only time that I won't answer is with with another client, or I'm busy doing something with another person. I will call you right back. I will text you as soon as I possibly can, or answer any emails." A good agent's going to be available for you to answer phone calls, uh, text messages, and emails. They should be answering questions that you have on houses. They should be working to help you with your lenders. They should be working on your title work and working with your title company. And want to kind of go through all those, but they can't do any of that if they're hard to get a hold of. So, first things first, a good agent for you, if you're new into the home buying process, or you're just entering the home buying process, or even, if you've bought multiple homes and you've had a bad experience with an agent, the agent needs to be available for you. They need to be there at your need to answer your questions and to help you through the entire process. And when I say the entire process, that's not just making an offer on the house. That's from looking at houses to making an offer on the house to closing on the house, and then anything that you need after the house. I tell my clients all the time, our relationship doesn't end when we close. Our relationship is just beginning when we close. I want to have a lifelong client, and I want that to be a lifelong relationship. And so, if you've got electrical problems, or you've got plumbing problems, or you've got an issue at the house that you're not really sure where to go with, then give me a call. Let me help get those people out, help get that taken care of for you. So, agents should be available for you whenever possible. The next thing is handling all scheduling. The home buying process for a lot of people today is very, very stressful. And so, they they don't really know how to go about scheduling anything when the home buying process for a new person as they enter the market. And so, an agent should be there to walk you through that and help you through that. Whether you're buying or selling, your agent needs to handle those scheduling things for you, whether it's scheduling to look at a house, scheduling to show your house. scheduling time with a lender and helping set you down with a lender to make sure that you're qualified to buy whatever it is that you would like to buy. um, Walkthroughs they need to schedule. I all the time do FaceTime videos or videos for my clients as well on properties if they're moving into the area and they're not here and they're like, man, I don't want to fly in just to look at one house if I'm not really sure about it. I'm like, hey, let's do a Facebook Live video or let's do a live video and a video chat so that we can talk about the house before you book a trip to come in and take a look at that. So, a good agent's going to handle those types of scheduling things for you and take care of it. They're going to walk you through that process and make sure you get what you need and everything is handled for you. Helping you get pre-approved for a mortgage. Another thing that people oftentimes are worried about is, how am I going to finance and pay for my house? So I have a list of lenders that I use, and there are a lot of great lenders that I deal with, and that I have a lot of faith in. And so a good agent should have, some lenders ready for you to sit down with you. An agent should call, schedule an appointment with you. If need be, go to that appointment with you to help you through the lending process and to get you pre-qualified. One of the biggest things that people don't understand when it comes to buying a house, especially in today's market, you need to have a pre-qualification letter before you even start looking at houses. Because if you fall in love with that house and it's showing like crazy and 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 other people fall in love with that house and everybody starts making offers on it, if you're not pre-qualified, if the people selling that house don't know that you can afford to buy the house, then the chances of you getting an offer accepted are slim to none. So a good agent is going to tell you that, hey, we need to be pre-qualified so that when we find the right home for you, we can make an offer on it right then. And the only way we're going to be able to do that successfully is if you're pre-qualified. Let's get you sit down with a lender. They'll go through things like your income, your credit history, your down payment. All these things are going to be covered, and your agent should be going over that with you and explaining that to you as you go through that process. Moving right along here on our 9 steps for a good agent for you. Again, this came from Forbes, so if you're interested in reading through it, it's a great little article. Educate you on the market. Good realtors are going to know your market and know what you're looking for. Are you looking for 2 bedrooms and 1 bath? Fairly easy to take care of with a small yard. Are you looking for 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and an acre and a half? Good agents are going to know what the market in your area is so that they can be realistic with you from day one on what you can and cannot buy. If somebody comes to Johnson City right now and says, hey, John, I want 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms on 2 acres in Johnson City for $200,000, I can't do it. It just doesn't exist. It's not out there. I know what my market is. I know what the price per square foot is. And good agents in your area are going to know those things and be able to help you along with those things. So the agent should be able to educate you on the market, tell you what the price per square foot is average in the area, what the cost per acre is if you're looking for land, what's available out there in the 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 4 bedroom, 3 bath market. They should be able to tell you, hey, if we're looking for these types of things in these areas, this is what the availability is going to be. The agent should also, know everything around their market. So I'm here in the Tri Cities. I cover Kingsport, Johnson City, Bristol, Elizabeth, and all the way down into Greenville. And so I know those markets and I study those markets regularly. And I know the price differences between Kingsport and Bristol or between Johnson City and Kingsport or what I can buy something in Gray for versus what you can buy something in the Johnson City limits for. So a good agent's going to understand that market. They're going to be able to educate you on it and help you find what you're looking for. I might not be able to find that 3 bedroom, 2 bath house for you with the square footage and the acreage that you're looking for in Johnson city limits. But if we go right outside city limits into the county, whether it be Washington County or Carter County, that may open up to where I can get you in the payment range that you're looking for with the type of square footage that you're looking for and the land that you're looking for while still keeping you within the driving distance that you're looking for schools, you're looking for work, so forth and so on. Those are the things that you want to ask your agent. Hey, do you understand the market? Do you know what's available all around through the market? And are you going to be able to help me find what I'm looking for? The agent should have a market plan for you. Whether it's a solo agent, an independent team, a brokerage, anything out there, they've got to have a market plan. They have to understand uh, how the market's moving in their area, what the do's and don'ts are in the market in their area, where to find the best things in the market at, and how to, if you are selling your home where a good agent's going to come in for you, it's how to properly market your home for you to get your home sold. Like I said, there are a lot of different things that I do and a lot of different things that I try. I do videos of houses, I do walkthroughs on houses, I do open houses, pictures of houses, aerial shots of houses. There's a lot of different things out there that a good agent should do for you when it comes to marketing your plan and how they're going to market your home for you. They should also understand how to read the market in your area and look at how a house is being marketed to see if it fits your needs as well. Moving on down, close the deal. Obviously, you want your agent to be able to close the deal for you. The nine things that we're talking about here, an agent should be able to close the deal for you. They're going to negotiate for you, right? A good agent will always come to you and say, "Hey, I'm going to do a CMA on that." Whether we're buying a house or selling a house, I always try to start with a comparative market analysis for my clients. If my clients, if we're going over to look at a house in the Ridges this evening, and I'm gonna immediately pull that house up. I'm gonna look at what it's priced at per square foot. I'm gonna look at, what houses around it have sold for price per square foot. I'm gonna compare its, the upgrades in that house, new kitchen versus old kitchen, new bathrooms versus old bathrooms, hardwood versus vinyl, all the different things in that house. An agent should be looking at all those things, inspecting all those things, doing comparative market analysis for you so that they can close the deal when you're ready to close the deal. And those are all negotiating tools for the agent. Other big things that I see, in talking to agents in my office and my broker and other people in the business, good agents when it comes to closing the deal are not just worried about the number. They're going to be, concerned about what you need in closing costs and how you plan to handle your closing costs. They're going to be concerned about, little things like, is your house on septic or is your house on sewer? Well, if it's on septic, then we should be doing a septic inspection and getting a clear letter of septic to make sure that you're not going to have a septic problem the day you move in. If it's on city sewer, how old are the pipes? How old is the plumbing in the house? These are all things when it comes down to closing a deal that an agent should be helping you look at. They should definitely, definitely, definitely be suggesting to you to have a home inspection on any home that you're looking to purchase. Have a list of home inspectors that I work with that again that do great jobs, and they're going to go in and they're going to look at that house from top to bottom. They're going to look at the electrical, they're going to look at the plumbing, they're going to look at the roof, they're going to look at the HVAC and the appliances and all those things. Agents should be encouraging you to do a home inspection, and after you do that home inspection, again, you should be re-entering another negotiation process on that home, whether it's do repairs, whether it's reduction cost in the house itself, whether it's hey closing cost money. It's all part of the deal and helping close the deal and bring that deal together. Managing the inspection again, the agent that kind of talked about this was number 7 here. Managing that inspection, a good inspector is going to cover all those things for you. The agent's going to sit down and go over it with you and say, "Hey, these definitely are big issues, and they should be fixed either before you go in, or you should be prepared to fix them as soon as you move in the home." So, do we need to be asking for money off? Do we need to be asking for them to do the repairs? Those are things that you definitely want to make sure that your agent is aware of and understands how to negotiate that through the process with you to get you the best deal that you can possibly get in the home that you want to be in and not have a lot of problems day one as soon as you move in. Okay. Streamline that closing for you. I don't want you to have to run 9,000 different places. I don't want you to have to, deal with talking to the lender and then the closing department and all that stuff. So good agents are going to be doing all that communication in the background for you to make the process easy for you and stress free for you. So good agents are going to help streamline that closing process. They're going to be in contact with the lender. They're going to be in contact with the closing company. They're going to be making sure that title work is going smoothly and there's no issues with title work. They're going to be in contact with home inspector, uh, pest inspector, if there's pest inspector, if you got to do a plumbing inspection, whether it's, um, like we were talking about earlier, whether it's septic or city sewer. If you're dealing with septic, remember you want to make sure you get that septic system checked out, get a clear letter of septic. So the agent should be helping you through that process and then controlling all that on the back end so that they can come to you with, hey, I've talked to these people. These are the issues that I see we might have, and we need to address them together. That's what you've got an agent for, to help you through that process and to help you get all those things done. And then finally, connecting you with all the vendors. The agents should have a good vendor list there, like I was talking about. I've got lenders, I've got closing companies, I've got lawyers, I've got inspectors, plumbing companies, electricians. I've got all these people on my vendor list, roofers, so that if something comes up on the house, I already have someone that I can get a hold of so that we can get an answer on costs, we can get an answer on repairs, anything that we may need in that process. So you as the buyer are not having to deal with that. I hear so many people say today, with all the stuff that's been in the news about why I need a realtor and what's going on with realtors these days. A good realtor, it is going to be very helpful to you through the process because they understand the process. They understand how to get in contact with all these people. They have lists of all these people, and they understand how to negotiate the deal correctly so that these issues are taken care of. And those are the types of things you as a buyer want to make sure that your agent's doing for you, as well as a seller, right? A good agent when they go to sell a house, just like I was telling you about, I'm going to do a comparative market analysis. I'm walking through, and if the house has not been painted in 20 years, and the kids have kicked on the walls, and the dogs have scratched this or scratched that, I'm going to tell my clients, if we want to get the most money out of this house, then we need to fix those things before we ever put the house on the market. These are the reasons you need an agent. This is why an agent can help you through the home buying process or the home selling process. Again, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. You can put them in the chat. You can call me at 423-773-8687. You can text me at that number, or you can email me at johnfindsholmesforyou at gmail.com. That's johnfindsholmesforyou at gmail.com. Happy to answer those questions for you and help you out any way that I possibly can. Next thing I want to talk about is the local market. Again, we try to keep these videos nice and short and sweet, everything within 30 minutes. So we want to get wrapped up here on this one. We're going to cover the market. I have invited an insurance agent over to talk with me on my next show, and we hope that he's going to be able to make it sometime next week. He's a friend of mine, high school colleague of mine, Mr. Nate Stonecker. He is a great insurance agent, and so on the next show, we're going to be talking about insuring your property, whether it's your home, your rental property, even personal property. We're going to be talking about why insurance is important, the different levels of insurance that are out there, and what insuring your property looks like today. Nate will be talking about that with Nate. He'll cover some things for us with it, and of course, we are available to you for any questions that you have during that. Giving him an invite out on that, and I've sent that out. We're hoping to do that next Thursday evening, so that's a little over a week from now. We're going to be shooting for the evening of April the 3rd. We'll be shooting for the show April 3rd that evening. Hopefully around 6:30, we're going to get a hold of Nate, but watch, I'll be posting up and showing that for you. If you'd like to join that live and we've got questions about insurance, he'll be happy to help us answer those and get through those. Let's take a look at the market. Let's take a look at the market in the area right now and where we're at. We'll go ahead and start in Johnson City and what the Johnson City market looks like today. So I like using realtor.com for this. I think it's a good thing from realtor.com. It seems to be pretty accurate. Some big things that just based off of what I've seen, I think the accuracy on it is pretty good. Just a second here, get everything to cooperate with us. So right now, what we're looking at is we're kind of in a balanced market in the area, which is a good thing for us. It's the first time we've seen this in a while. A balanced market means that it's really neither advantage seller or advantage buyer. You hear people say, "Well, it's a buyer's market right now." That means prices are coming down on houses, or it's a seller's market right now. That means prices are going up on houses. If interest rates do to continue to come down the way that they've started moving and started coming down, I do definitely expect us to move more back towards that seller's market. But right now, what we're looking at in the area, especially the Johnson City area, is kind of a balanced market. Sale to list price ratio right now is about 97.21%. We have seen that come down over the last few months. That had been up at 100% plus, but we're seeing that come down, which is what's moved us more back towards a balanced market here in February in the Johnson City area. If I can get my computer to cooperate here, just 1 second. Couple other things we want to talk about on the market. Of course, nothing ever cooperates the way you want it to, quite want it to. So back over here to Johnson City now that we seem to be working. We'll finish up with Johnson City and go over to Bristol and take a look at the Bristol market. The Johnson City market again is that balanced market right now. What we're looking at with that as well, our median list price in Johnson City right now is about $341,000. Median list price per square foot is about $192 a square foot, and the median sold price is $322,000. So we have seen that median list price and home foot or price per square foot come down here towards the first quarter of this year. That list price had been up over 200 square going into the last quarter of last year, and we have started to see that reduction some, which again is what has helped move us more back towards that balanced market, leaning even slightly towards the buyer side just a little bit. So you can see we kind of peaked out there last July. Our median list price was quite a bit higher, and we were over $200 a square foot. Taking a look at Bristol, coming on over and taking a look at Bristol here. Some things we want to look at in Bristol. Median list price in Bristol right now is 289,900. That's $169 a square foot. The median sold price in Bristol right now is about 260K or 260,000. The sale to list price ratio is slightly higher in Bristol right now. That sale to list price ratio is about 98.15%. That is 1.85% below the asking price here in February, which again has got us in that balance side, leaning a little more towards the buyer side in the market. Median days on market here is 43 days in Bristol. 43 days in Bristol. I don't think I gave you that in Johnson City. Median days on market in Johnson City right now is 38 days. So we still are seeing, if a house is priced correctly and your agent's doing their job the way that they should, we are seeing that homes are still moving rather quickly in the area, even though we're moving a little more towards a buyer's market. We're not seeing as much of that, three, four, five, 10 offers on a house that we were seeing last year. But the housing market is still moving very well here in the area. So that leaves us with Kingsport. We'll run over and take a look at Kingsport real quick. And we're going to try to keep these shows to 30 minutes. So we come on over to Kingsport, take a look at Kingsport. The sale to list price ratio in Kingsport right now is 96.59%. It is the lowest of the Tri Cities right now. It is 3.41% below asking price. We are even a little further towards that buyer side in the Kingsport area right now. 61 days is our average days on market right now. Again, if priced correctly, the house is still moving. 61 days is low. For those of you that have sold homes in the past, it wasn't uncommon to see houses on the market for 6 months before they sell. And we're still, within that 2 month range there, even in the Kingsport area. Taking a look at our pricing there, the median list price on homes in Kingsport right now is 299,000. Our median price per square foot 167 a square. Median sold price right now is 212. Big things that agents should be looking at for you right now are price per square foot, right? If you are way overpaying on price per square foot, that's what's going to get you upside down in a house fast. So make sure you're watching your price per square foot. Now, some things that make adjustments with that, if a house looks like it's really high price per square foot, you also want to look at how much land comes with it. A house that's got 25 or 50 acres or 100 acres, obviously that price per square foot is going to increase quite a bit because of the amount of acreage that you have. But again, those are things that an agent should be talking with you about. And last but not least, one last thing that we will take a look at today from our friends over at Community Mortgage. They sent us this, and we will show that to you because I know that is one big thing on people's minds today, which is what are interest rates looking like and where do we see those going? Well, the word is they are going to continue to come down. We are looking at interest rates hopefully continuing to come down. Um, and with that being said, we are hoping that definitely happens for everybody. Hoping refinancing comes out for you, for those of you that have bought houses over the last year and a half or so. Um, and for those of you that are looking to buy now, I know interest rate's a big deal for you. Obviously, the better the interest rate, the better you can get. The more home you can get, more bang for your buck. So this was March 11th of 2025. Came from our friends over at Community Mortgage, and we appreciate that for them. This is average that we were seeing over there. A conventional 30-year fixed was 6.375%. Um, uh, a conventional 30-year fixed with 1 point was 5.99%. FHA with no points was 5.99%, and FHA with a point was looking on a 30-year fixed was at 5.625%. These are some great rates from other things that I've been hearing out there. And, I'm working with a lot of lenders. A lot of lenders are starting to send me a lot of stuff that looks like this, which is very encouraging for you. And I guess one thing that we'll do is have a lender on here soon so that we can talk about the point system and what buying a point looks like and how that reduces your rate and how much money that can save you. But over the course of a long course, when you buy a point, what you're doing is you're buying your interest rate down. So we'll talk more about that on another show. We'll get a lender to join us. We thank you for your time today. If you have any questions about anything that we've talked about on the show, finding a good realtor. Hey, if you're in the Tri Cities area, I'd love to help you out, whether you're buying your home or selling your home. Anywhere here in the Tri Cities, like I said, East Tennessee, I'm happy to help you out all the way up into Mountain City. Love to help you buy or sell a home. If you're not in the area and you're concerned about finding a good realtor, give me a call. Wherever you're looking to buy, we'll make sure that we can get on the line with some people out there, and we can call some people for you and help you find the right realtor. We'll do some interviews and make sure we hook you up with a realtor that's really going to work well for you. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Again, if you've got any questions, feel free to give us a call at 423-773-8687. You can also email us at johnfindsholesforyou@gmail.com. Give us a text on that number if you want, 423-773-8687, or an email, and we'll answer anything that we can answer for you. You can also post comments here on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, and we'll be happy to answer those for you as well. Hope you've enjoyed the show and hope you'll join us next time. Thanks.